Greetings, YouTubers. Welcome to Dungeon Defenders. Your host Alexander here. I'm going to show you a trick, not really a trick, but I'm going to do a quick video walkthrough of a new hero as a squire. And we're going to go with the princess. And we'll call him Alexandra. What I'm going to do is showcase how to start off with a squire and get to, hoping to be able to do this, to get to level 16 after doing 3 dungeons. Meaning, I'm going to do the same dungeon 3 different times. We're going to go into the deeper well. We're going to start on medium. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the deeper well 3 times on each difficulty level. And I will show you how to do them solo without any assistance whatsoever. So first things first, what I do is stick all of my points into tower damage and realize that as a squire, you're kind of slow. So keep that in mind as you're running around. What you first need to do is just collect your stuff here, and the first round is really quite simple. What I do is just set up a blockade here, another blockade at the bottom of the stairs, and make sure you point it out. The big thing is that at low levels you have crap for mana, so what you want to do is just get as much as you can. Sometimes what I do is I run back up to the top there and I save it. But what I'm going to do for this game in particular is just let it go to waste. I can't save up enough to be able to make any kind of protecting or any kind of upgrades. You need 100 mana to do any kind of upgrading. So what I'm going to do is collect this last box here. And a hotkey for starting early is just hit G, and the combat phase will begin. And basically what you're aiming to do is to take out the waves without taking any damage, and just letting your spike blockades do the work for you. So we see here they get up close, they take the hit, they die instantly, and the next round of enemies comes out. What you may have to do until you can get points later on to get the harpoon trap is to run up and kill the archers. It depends on how close they get. I'm lucky here, he's going to get too close and get himself hurt. And one more shot should kill him. And you just hop down here, you collect the mana. Well, we don't really need to collect the mana anymore. What I like to do is I like to set up all mana worth of blockades wherever I can. This makes me get full defensive units, and if you keep full defensive units throughout the round, you get extra points, and extra points is always good. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quick fast forward while I set this up. Quick thing to note, if you want some early preparation, go ahead and set up a blockade here. There will be some monsters coming out of those doors on each side, so be sure to keep that in mind in your defensive unit cost. Alright, here we are collecting the last chest. I'm just going to get my mana and start the round and head back up here. Good thing to do is try not to get into the combat. You get extra points if you don't get hit. So we're going to stand up here and watch our traps at work. They work really well, and what's good is increasing your attack damage will increase the damage that your traps will do. Like I said, when you're level 0, the thing to watch out for is the archers, because sometimes they don't play nice and they don't get up close like they ought to. Like over here on the right, I'm going to have to go take care of those guys. And I think this one on the left here. Yeah. So you just kind of run up and do your little squirely attacks. And it's okay if you sustain a little bit of damage with your traps, it's no big deal. Just do your best to avoid the arrows. Your attacks will stun them, which is always nice. And just finish out the round as you normally would with your sword. And there's that next wave done. And we should get a level up here. And I have it set to auto level up, so it'll pop up here in a second. Like I said, all my points go straight into tower attack. I will show a little later that I put in a couple points to tower range, which helps when we get the harpoon a little later down the road. But for now, I'm just going to collect, and a really good thing to do since you're freshly started out, just pick up any equipment that you find and go ahead and do repairs on your the shields that have taken some damage during your onslaught. Now we have 60 mana, so we can fill up our defensive units a bit quicker. I usually triple stack on the sides here because I'm paranoid, and it just keeps me from having to get close to the ogres because they hurt. So I'll be right back after I repair and collect everything on the floor. Alright, so far it looks good. I've got one more shield that I can place before I get my full defensive units. Right now we're on the third wave, looks like. So we're going to go ahead and watch the magic happen. As I mentioned before, until you get the harpoon, you will likely have to deal with archers. Which is no big deal, they're pretty easy to take out, and they're rather slow when they shoot. So you kind of just watch the mayhem happen, and you stay back here, and you accumulate extra score with multipliers that pop up. Looks like we've got some people that aren't following the rules here. Let's just be really careful as you can, sneaking around here. Just clear them out. Oh, there's a nice sword. We'll go ahead and... Oh, it requires a higher level. Okay. So here come these guys that are after us. We're gonna sneak around and not get hit. Oh god, I might get hit. No, no, no. No, leave me alone. And just really carefully sneak around here and take them out. I mean, oh yeah, see, it's not bad if you get hit like I just did. But it's always nicer if you don't have to go through that damage. You'll notice that archers do take out quite a bit of health from your spike blockades, but that's okay, because we're going to have plenty. Hit another level, so more points into there. That also gives us 80 total mana that we can collect. Like I said, I have 57 defensive units right now, so I'm going to go put one more trap down. I've just trapped the hell out of this whole place. And with all of your defensive units accumulated, you gain extra points for the next 2 rounds. Which, hey, it's extra points, it's extra experience, it's always good. If you notice out of the left and the right, there are now enemies coming from there. So our blockades up at the top will do considerable help with that. We're going to go ahead and repair our thing over here with the 4 button. And collect the equipment. And as you notice, I'm full on mana, but I'm also full on defensive units, so I'm just going to open the boxes and let the mana rot. I know that's going to drive some of you insane, but I don't really need it right now. Good thing to look for when you're looking for boots is try to find boots that will give you extra speed, because the run speed will help in insane difficulty a little later. I do not recommend putting actual points into run speed. Just try and find some shoes that give you a little bit of extra push. So we're going to collect the items here, and I'm going to start the round and show you what it's like to see the ogres come at the spike barricades. So here Mr. Electric comes on up. He's like, oh yeah, I'm a badass, and he's going the wrong way. Okay, there he is. He's taking damage by being hit by it. Notice, and then one more hit. Boom, he's dead. The guy over there on the other end should be dead, and more people are collecting. I will see you at the end of the wave. The thing to note here, the goblins can also get up on the sides, so it's always good to keep an eye out for your barricades here. I'm going to go ahead and take these 2 out. I'll be right back. And that is the completion of this wave. Go ahead and do your repairs. We're on the last wave here. Also leveled up to 5, so we've got some more points to spend. I'll go ahead and stick them all into base damage for my towers. Collect the boxes, swap equipment if necessary. It's always nice to have better equipment as you go along. Like I said, I'm going to leave the mana there to rot. I really don't need it right now. I'm full up. I guess I can upgrade my blockades here in the front. Go ahead and do that instead of repair. Upgrading also repairs, so it's good to save some cash if you're going to upgrade it anyway. Or mana, excuse me. Go ahead and upgrade our first line defense here as well. And we'll go collect the last box and start the round. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the final wave. Let's go ahead and see it in action. We've got quite a few people coming from both sides, so just keep an eye out. We've got 2 ogres on the left and right. I think they're orcs. Are they ogres? Orcs. Something. We've got 2 big guys on the left and right. They will do some damage to your shields, but we've got 3 stacked up if you followed what I did. And, you know, we'll see some damage coming to these in the front. That's just fine. They're there for that. And we've got plenty to back us up. And just wait our best out for the next 30 mobs or so. And of course there's going to be some cleanup, and we'll get rid of the necessity for that cleanup in the following round. So just keep an eye out. If your things start to get particularly low, like past half health, just kind of run down there and hit a repair on them. There's plenty of mana to go around, I can guarantee that much. Alright, so funny thing happened, my game crashed. So I had to redo the level. I just want to show you guys I'm only level 6. I only gained 1 level in that exchange, so this strategy still works just fine. We're going to go ahead and start it up. I have placed my blockades in different places, but they're all spike blockades. I have not used any of my new items yet, so fear not. I will see you at the end of the wave. Alright, here we go, cleaning up the wave. There's a couple archers here that decided not to play fairly. And there we go, wave complete, and that is the end of the medium level. I'm going to go ahead and collect the items that were dropped and the experience, or mana, that was dropped. And we've gone up 2 levels with that completion. What I'm going to do is increase my attack rate a little. Oh wait, reset. We're going to do area of effect. Bump that up 3 points and the rest go into damage. So what I'm going to do is recollect all of this stuff, and I will see you guys in the hard difficulty. Just to prove to you guys that I'm doing the place on hard, I've switched it to hard. Alright, so here we are again on hard mode in the build phase. We're going to go ahead and collect some of this beautiful treasure. And I'm going to do one side at a time. Actually, I'm going to collect one more box and I'll show you why. I'd like to set up one side somewhat different than the other, just at the start. By the end you should have all your defensive units filled again. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to start on this side. And we're going to place a bouncer at the top. And what I want you to do afterwards is set a harpoon right here and face it towards you. Now, what happens is monsters will come up and they'll hit this thing and they'll start beating on it. But what's also cool is this harpoon will see monsters and shoot the harpoon down the stairs. So if you have an asshole of an archer right here shooting at your stuff, that harpoon's gonna come down and take care of them for you. And it deals damage to all of the enemies that it goes through. And what you want to do is set one of those up on both sides. But usually the first archer goes to the right, so we're going to set this one up to just be the bouncer at the top of the stairs. Hit G and start the round. And we'll just watch this stuff at work.